Yeah, till July sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. But, like, it's a virus. I get it. Like, I respect it. But at the same time, like, even if everybody gets it, like, yeah, people are gonna die. It's just terrible. But, like, inevitable? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now.
So those comments you just heard from Vanessa Hudgens are absolutely insane. I'm not even really sure what the point she was trying to make was. Is she just trying to say that, oh, death is inevitable, therefore, and she says, I respect the virus? I don't even know what that means. But it was an incredibly uneducated and just insensitive and actually sociopathic, psychopathic, whichever word you want to use. The idea of just brushing off the deaths of, in the U.S., it's projected between 40 and 70% of the population will be infected in worst case scenario. That'll result in like a couple million deaths. And then the World Health Organization says that 40 to 70% of the world population is going to get infected. Now that's catastrophic. That's like 112 million deaths. If you're looking at a 3% death rate and you're looking at 40, let's say you have 50% of the world's population, which is like 7 billion or whatever, that's like 112 million deaths. So if you just kind of look at that willy-nilly, you're probably a sociopath, because how do you not understand the magnitude of a situation where millions of people are dying? And also, the thing you've got to understand is, in a country, in a poorer country, imagine impoverished countries getting hit with this. They don't have the capacity to take this on. Even a country like Iran, which is, pretty big as a lot of people, they're being quashed by United States sanctions that are preventing them from being able to really respond to this pandemic. And so, imagine a super impoverished country, the death rate may be even higher than 3%. But also what I wanted to say is, it's not, the problem with this outbreak is not just the virus itself and the deaths that result from it. It's the deaths and the problems that result from the pandemic in the first place. So, for example, right, there are going to be things that people need help for regardless of whether or not the coronavirus exists. So people are still going to have heart attacks. They're still going to have, they're still going to have cancer, new cancers. They're going to need treatments for those. They're still going to have aneurysms, still going to have strokes, still going to have all kinds of stuff. All of the stuff that was happening in our health system that was already virtually overrun at this point. Imagine a health system that's overrun with COVID patients, and then all of those people also still need help. Well, how are you going to help them? There's no room. Doctors are getting infected now. I literally read a report about 2 doctors being infected with the coronavirus. So, how do you take care of those people? How is it possible, numerically speaking, right? And so that's the problem. And then the economy is crashing. Businesses closing. People not getting payments. Unable to pay their rents. All of this stuff, right? Quarantined. People having to, postpone cabbages or cancer treatments or whatever it may be, right? Not being able to afford prescription drugs. All of this stuff, it's a gigantic catastrophe. And to at any point respond to that by saying, yeah, people are going to die, but I guess it's inevitable. No, that's not how we look at these kinds of things. We have to try, especially when you talk about people who are immunosuppressed and think about your elders. But I think that even now there are people who are young who don't have any other underlying conditions, who are having to be intubated, which means you have to be put on a respirator because they need to help you breathe because your lung function is not good enough. So this is incredibly horrible comment. I can't believe she put this out. It was a live stream, I guess. Now she did post an apology to this, to be fair, but that was obviously expected. But anyways, really sociopathic, psychopathic type stuff to look at it this way.